Do you love vegetables? Most of us grew up thinking they were always healthy. The more colorful, the better. But what if I told you that some vegetables can actually increase inflammation in older adults, even if you've eaten them for years? For people over 60, chronic inflammation isn't just a buzzword. It's linked to joint pain, fatigue, memory issues, and even heart disease. And, believe it or not, a few popular veggies might be making things worse. It's not about cutting out vegetables completely. It's about knowing which ones are helpful for aging and which ones quietly work against you. In this video, we'll walk through 4 vegetables that seniors should limit or avoid and 4 anti-inflammatory powerhouses that can support your heart, brain, digestion, and mobility. Each one is backed by science and explained in plain English, so you can use this info right away. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Every week we break down real health advice for older adults, clear, simple, and science-based. It looks harmless on your plate, soft, colorful, and part of countless healthy recipes. But for many seniors, eggplant is a hidden trigger for joint pain and digestive trouble. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, along with tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers. These vegetables contain solanine, a natural chemical that protects plants but can irritate the body. For older adults, solanine can quietly worsen inflammation in the joints, muscles, and even the digestive system. And here's the catch. You might not notice it right away, but over time it could be contributing to that stiffness in your knees, the dull ache in your fingers, or the bloated feeling after a meal. According to the journal Inflammopharmacology, some patients with joint inflammation reported notable pain relief after removing nightshades from their diet. While not everyone is sensitive to solanine, those who are often see benefits within just 10 to 14 days of elimination. Nancy, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Arizona, loved her baked eggplant parmesan. She had no idea it could be affecting her knees until one day her daughter, a physical therapist, mentioned the nightshade link. Nancy decided to try an experiment. Cut out eggplant for 2 weeks. The result? Less swelling, easier mornings. She even went back to gardening without wincing. "I thought I was just getting older," she said. "Turns out it was dinner." Try zucchini. It's anti-inflammatory, gentle on the stomach, and still works beautifully in stir-fries or pasta dishes. If you struggle with joint pain, bloating, or fatigue, eggplant might be silently working against you. Cut it for 10 to 14 days. Your body might thank you louder than any doctor ever could. It's sweet, it's nostalgic, and it's everywhere from summer barbecues to canned soups. But for older adults, corn can be a sneaky saboteur of stable blood sugar and gut health. While corn is technically a vegetable, it behaves more like a starch-heavy carbohydrate in the body, especially the processed kinds: corn kernels, cornmeal, and corn syrup. As we age, our ability to regulate blood sugar naturally declines. Corn's high glycemic index means it quickly turns to glucose in the bloodstream, leading to spikes that can increase inflammation, fatigue, and even mood swings. Worse yet, corn is one of the most genetically modified crops in the U.S. and often loaded with pesticide residues and gut-disrupting compounds. A study published in Nutrition and Metabolism found that diets high in corn-based products were linked to elevated markers of inflammation and insulin resistance, especially in older adults with metabolic issues. Corn is also low in fiber and essential nutrients, making it filling but not nourishing, a poor trade-off for seniors watching their energy and digestion. George, 71, had always loved corn chowder. But after his doctor flagged elevated blood sugar, his nutritionist suggested removing high glycemic vegetables like corn. Within a month, his fasting glucose dropped noticeably. Even more surprising, the arthritis flare-ups in his fingers eased up. Corn was comforting, George said, but it wasn't worth the pain. Choose cauliflower. It's low in carbs, rich in antioxidants, and easy to roast, mash, or blend into soups for that same comforting texture. Corn might feel familiar, but it doesn't always love you back. If you're over 60 and managing blood sugar or joint stiffness, it may be time to reconsider this golden favorite. Beets are often praised as a superfood, but not all beets are created equal, especially the bright, sweet store-bought ones sitting in vinegar or syrup. Naturally, beets are high in nitrates, which can support blood flow and heart health, but pickled or canned beets often come loaded with added sugars, preservatives, and sodium. The high sodium content can contribute to water retention and elevated blood pressure, while the sugar can cause inflammation and blood sugar spikes, a dangerous combo for older adults. Also, the acidity from vinegar or pickling agents may aggravate acid reflux or sensitive stomachs, which are more common with age. A study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors with high sodium and added sugar intake were significantly more likely to experience cognitive decline and cardiovascular strain. What's more, canned beets may contain BPA, bisphenol A, from can linings, a chemical linked to hormone disruption and chronic inflammation. Elaine, 74, started eating pickled beets daily after reading they were good for the heart. But she soon noticed her acid reflux flaring up after meals, and her blood pressure began creeping higher. Her doctor reviewed her food log and spotted the culprit: sugary, pickled beets. "I thought I was helping myself," Elaine said, "but I was just soaking in syrup and salt." Opt for fresh, steamed, or roasted beets, no additives, just the earthy flavor and natural nitrates that actually help reduce inflammation. Not all healthy foods stay healthy once they're processed. Skip the jar and give your body the real benefits of beets, the way nature intended. Mashed, fried, baked white potatoes are comfort food royalty. But for aging bodies, especially after 60, they can quickly turn into a metabolic trap. White potatoes are incredibly starch-heavy and have a high glycemic index, meaning they rapidly convert to sugar in the bloodstream. This leads to blood sugar spikes, followed by energy crashes, increased hunger, and low-grade inflammation, all of which become harder to regulate with age. The problem gets worse when potatoes are fried, think French fries, hash browns, or instant, like boxed mashed potatoes, which are often loaded with trans fats, preservatives, and added sodium. According to research published in the journal Diabetes Care, frequent consumption of white potatoes, especially in processed forms, is associated with a higher risk of type 2 diabetes, particularly in older adults. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked fried potatoes to increased mortality risk in seniors due to their pro-inflammatory impact. Frank, 69, had eaten French fries every week since high school. But after turning 65, he noticed his blood sugar readings creeping up and his knees constantly aching. When his doctor explained the inflammatory load of fried starches, Frank agreed to cut them for a month. The result? Fewer blood sugar spikes and less joint swelling. "I still miss the crunch," he said, "but not the pain." Go for sweet potatoes. They're lower on the glycemic index, rich in fiber and beta-carotene, and can be roasted for that same satisfying texture without the crash. White potatoes aren't evil, but how they're cooked and how often they're eaten makes all the difference. Choose wisely, especially if blood sugar, energy, or inflammation are daily concerns. It's not the flashiest veggie on the plate, but broccoli is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory vegetables for seniors, and science backs it up. Broccoli is part of the cruciferous vegetable family, which contains a compound called sulforaphane. Sulforaphane helps the body produce enzymes that neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that contribute to inflammation, joint damage, and cellular aging. In people over 60, these protective processes naturally slow down, which makes sulforaphane-rich foods like broccoli essential. It also contains vitamin K, fiber, and antioxidants that support heart health, bone density, and gut balance, key areas of concern for older adults. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that regular intake of cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli, was associated with lower levels of inflammatory markers, such as CRP, C-reactive protein, in adults over 60. Other studies show that sulforaphane may even help preserve brain function and protect cartilage in joints, making it a top-tier anti-inflammatory food. Diane, 66, had chronic knee pain and low energy. Her doctor recommended trying a broccoli-based smoothie 3 times a week, blended with spinach and a banana. Within a month, Diane reported easier movement, less stiffness, and better digestion. "I never thought broccoli could beat ibuprofen," she laughed, "but I feel more in control of my health." Lightly steamed or roasted for better sulforaphane retention. Add to soups, salads, stir-fries, or smoothies. Combine with a little olive oil to boost absorption. For older adults dealing with inflammation or fatigue, broccoli isn't boring. It's medicine on a stem. Add it to your weekly routine and feel the difference in your joints, gut, and brain. It's crunchy, colorful, and often overlooked, but red cabbage may be one of the most underrated anti-inflammatory foods for seniors. It doesn't just brighten your plate, it strengthens your cells. Red cabbage is loaded with anthocyanins, powerful plant pigments that give it its vibrant purple color. Anthocyanins have been shown to reduce inflammation, protect the heart, and even help preserve memory and brain health in older adults. It's also rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, and fiber, all of which support the immune system, gut health, and healthy aging. Unlike white cabbage, the red variety offers stronger antioxidant power, and it's easier to digest when lightly cooked or fermented. A study published in Molecular Nutrition and Food Research found that anthocyanins can suppress inflammatory pathways in the body and improve blood vessel flexibility, which supports cardiovascular health. Another study from the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry noted that red cabbage extract reduced oxidative stress markers in aging test subjects, a key driver of joint and tissue inflammation. Ray, 70, was skeptical about purple food. But after watching his wife recover from a knee replacement, he decided to try her cabbage soup made with red cabbage, not white. Within weeks, he noticed better digestion and fewer flare-ups in his shoulders. "It's not flashy," Ray said, "but it works. I even started making coleslaw again, just with smarter ingredients." Lightly sautéed with garlic and olive oil, fermented as sauerkraut for extra gut benefits, added raw to slaws and grain bowls. Red cabbage isn't just a garnish, it's a nutrient-dense, inflammation-fighting powerhouse that belongs on your plate, especially after 60. It's not just for cartoon sailors. Spinach is one of the most inflammation-fighting foods available, and it's especially powerful for aging bodies. Spinach is rich in antioxidants like lutein, zeaxanthin, and quercetin, all known to help reduce oxidative stress and calm inflammation in the body. It's also packed with magnesium, which many older adults lack. Magnesium plays a key role in regulating muscle function, nerve health, and inflammatory responses, especially for people over 60. And thanks to its high vitamin K content, spinach also supports bone strength and heart health, 2 major concerns with age. A 2020 study in Food and Function found that regular consumption of leafy greens like spinach was linked to lower levels of inflammation and better vascular function. Other research highlights the anti-inflammatory effects of quercetin, a plant compound in spinach that has shown promise in helping reduce symptoms of arthritis and metabolic syndrome in seniors. Linda, 65, always felt sluggish by 3 p.m. Her nutritionist suggested a simple tweak: add fresh spinach to her morning smoothie or scrambled eggs. Within 2 weeks, her afternoon crashes faded, and her hands, which often swelled from inflammation, felt more relaxed. "I thought spinach was boring," she admitted. "Now it's my secret weapon." Raw in smoothies or salads, lightly sautéed with eggs, beans or rice, blended into soups or mixed into pasta dishes. Spinach isn't just leafy filler, it's a science-backed way to ease inflammation, boost energy, and protect your aging body one bite at a time. They're sweet, crunchy, and bursting with color. And for older adults, bell peppers are inflammation's worst enemy in disguise. Red and yellow bell peppers are incredibly rich in vitamin C, which helps your body fight cellular inflammation, repair tissues, and strengthen the immune system, all especially important after 60. They are also packed with beta-carotene, quercetin, and other antioxidants that support eye health, joint flexibility, and skin resilience as we age. Unlike spicy chili peppers, bell peppers are gentle on the digestive system, making them ideal for seniors who need anti-inflammatory support without the burn. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that diets rich in vitamin C and carotenoids, both found in red and yellow bell peppers, were associated with reduced levels of CRP, a key marker of inflammation in older adults. Another paper published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience linked quercetin intake with slower cognitive decline and improved vascular function, especially in aging populations. Walter, 73, was recovering from shoulder surgery. His physical therapist recommended an anti-inflammatory diet, and bell peppers became a staple. Grilled, raw, or roasted, they gave him flavor without the flare-ups. "I didn't think a vegetable could help me heal," Walter said, "but I was wrong, and my doctor agrees. Raw in salads or as crunchy snacks, roasted in the oven with olive oil, sautéed with onions in omelets or stir-fries. Bell peppers aren't just pretty, they're one of the most powerful senior-friendly tools against chronic inflammation. And they taste as good as they work." Aging doesn't mean surrendering to stiffness, swelling, or fatigue. Often, the smallest changes, like swapping a vegetable on your plate, can lead to real, noticeable improvements in how you feel every day. Let's recap. We covered 4 vegetables that may be increasing inflammation quietly over time, even the ones you thought were healthy. And we explored 4 powerful veggies that help your body fight back naturally, with support for your heart, brain, joints, and more. But food is just one piece of the puzzle. If you want to go further, don't stop here. In the next video, we dive into a few simple strategies that help your body repair, rebuild, and stay strong after 60, including one overlooked nutrient most older adults don't get enough of. Tap right here on the screen to keep learning, or click the link in the description if you're watching on your phone or tablet. And if this video helped you feel more confident about your food choices, hit the like button and subscribe. We post weekly health advice made simple for adults over 60.